Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We back in that bit. Man, it's your boy Chocolate Jesus, man. We back after a real good NFL Sunday, man. It was a good weekend. We had some college ball. Y'all stay tuned for the Alabama video, man. The only reason I didn't drop that on Sunday after the game was, Sunday after the game that was played on Saturday is because, man, we got a lot of stuff to talk about with Alabama. We're going to talk about a lot of stuff college football, man. So we just had to get everything together, and then we're going to drop it kind of like how we did this video today. I was going to do a NFL video yesterday on Monday because all the games were played on Sunday, but we did have a Jets game last night on Monday night, which was played, and I wanted to get that game in so then I could know how to talk about the AFC because those are two of the biggest contenders over there. Two of the biggest. Don't look like it no more after the Jets just lost Aaron Rodgers for the season. Torn Achilles. I knew it happened. As soon as I seen him jump up and hop a little bit, I was like, damn, that's like hyperextension. That's like strained calf. He had a calf injury during the summer. And you guys know how that goes. If you have a calf injury and you hurt it again, it's usually Achilles. Or it's a calf strain, and that strain is going to be with you the whole season. So anytime you overwork or just 3-4 practices a week, you're going to be on the injury report with that Achilles or that ankle. But his is torn, so he's out. He's done. It's a wrap for Aaron Rodgers this year. We'll see about him next year. I honestly think it's a wrap for the Jets as well because of that. So we'll see. Let's get around the NFL, man. Basically, we about to give y'all a score rundown of everything over the weekend. So I had one up, but now we got to go back to it. I had to change it, man. I went straight to my Cowboys-Giants breakdown. I want to give y'all all the stats so we can talk about everything. We did do a live watch/reaction, so y'all can see me getting up and screaming like a little girl. Y'all can see me getting irritated, getting mad, talking shit. Y'all can see all of that. I clipped it up as best as I could, try to make it as short as I could, so it's probably like 30-something minutes, maybe 40. But it's a 2-hour game. So I clipped it up as best as I could, cut some shit out. After like the first quarter, I just started speeding through shit to big moments. Wasn't really too many, man. That was a good game though. I ain't gonna lie, that was a really good game. We getting this together right now for y'all. Okay, here we go, man. Let's switch it over for y'all. All right. So this is what we had. Let's get this rundown going. All right, week 1. Last Thursday, we had the Lions beating the Chiefs. I got a video on that. The Lions ruined the Chiefs' ring ceremony. Ruined it. No Travis Kelce, no Chris Jones. Oh well. The Lions put up a good fight, man. The Chiefs' defense is looking a little better, but I still don't trust their defense, bro. Not the type of ball that they play. I don't trust their defense, period. The Bengals and the Browns. Man, this was a shocker. I'm not going to lie. The Bengals got absolutely mollywopped. Joe Burrow, less than 100 yards on 30 passes. Wow. They said there's only been 3 other times someone has thrown 30 passes and not reached 100 yards from their 30 passes. And that is, I gotta look it up, man. It was some bums, I ain't gonna lie. It was Sam Darnold, another bum, and another bum. But, it don't matter, man. We're not worried about that game. Deshaun Watson didn't really look too good either. He looked sufficient, but he didn't look like the Deshaun Watson that we all know as a Heisman type of Deshaun Watson. You know what I'm saying? So he didn't look anything like that. But I guess he's getting back to playing shape, playing form. I don't know. I think he's gonna kind of be like this for the rest of his career until maybe he's like 40, because he's just gonna have so many more reps at it again. He'd be able to work himself into that type of a elite playing status. But yeah, man, that was a shocker. The Browns own the Bengals for some reason. I don't know why. Next we got Texans, the Houston Texans versus the Baltimore Ravens. And that game, man, I was watching, but that was a hard game to watch, bro. The Ravens didn't look good. The only thing that looked good on that team was Zay Flowers. Defense was alright, but there was the Texans really who just was not up to snuff. Like, they were not it. We ain't gonna do too much on that game, man. We gotta see more from the Ravens in order to call them something. I like Zay Flowers, though. Zay Flowers was getting busy. Buccaneers versus the Vikings. I cannot believe that Justin Jefferson got all them yards and all them catches, and they ass ain't putting no points on the board. Like, that's crazy. Kirk Cousins threw for a ridiculous amount of yards, and they ain't even get in the end zone more than, 3 times. They ain't even get in more than twice. The Buccaneers somehow pulled that out. I mean, the Buccaneers do have a good defense, I guess, so I'm not going to do too much. I ain't going to do too much on the Vikings offense because the Buccaneers defense. But you let Baker Mayfield... Well, I mean, the Vikings defense ain't talking about nothing either. So I ain't mad at him. Oh, well, let's let that ride. Panthers, Falcons. We knew the Falcons defense was going to be all right. We just didn't expect Bryce Young to be looking this bad. And one thing about this weekend was all rookie quarterbacks lost. No matter what. I mean, first game, of course. But all of them lost. Texans, Panthers, Colts. Every rookie from the first round lost. So, we're not going to do too much on Bryce Young. First game, he's looking that young. He's looking that baby booty brand new. It was crazy. I wasn't fucking with it. Falcons defense was good, though. That offense is trash. I ain't going to lie. I do not like Desmond Ridder. I don't know what they got going on. They could have... I mean, it was so many options at quarterback this summer. I don't understand. I don't understand what the Falcons were doing. Like I said, I mean, they didn't even take like a Hendon Hooker. They didn't get like a Teddy Bridgewater. They didn't get nobody. They kept Desmond Ridder. And I'm in Atlanta too, so I might have to start doing a lot more like close, keeping an eye on the Falcons, so that I could talk shit and, pop it with these ATL folks. Boom. Next, we got Cardinals, Commanders. To be honest, I thought the Commanders would handle this pretty easily, which I know the Cardinals don't have Kyler Murray, but I don't like Kyler Murray that bad anyway. I mean, I don't like him that much anyway. But, all of that just to say, I didn't think the Cardinals would even be this close with whoever they had going, Josh Dobbs and, they backup guys. So I didn't think they would be nowhere near this close to the Commanders because I believe the Commanders to be a good team. I don't think the Commanders is, a really good team. I just think they're pretty good. The Cardinals, I don't think they're good at all. They had a fire sale this past offseason too. Isaiah Simmons, they probably finna let go of Kyler this year. Like, they sitting him because they're tanking, honestly. They're about to get Caleb Williams or the boy from, what is he, UNC or Duke? I think he's UNC. Yeah, the UNC kid, May. Kenneth May? Something like that. Something May. I forget his name. I'm going to have to do some more college football. It's going to be on the other video. So, the Cardinals is tanking for one of those two guys. But you know who else might get there? You know who else might be there? Because, the Cardinals, they got a pick from the Texans. So, regardless, even if they do good with their own season, they're going to be down there very low in the draft. Like they're gonna have well, high if you want to say that, but I mean a low number, but a very high pick. But you know, you got teams like the let's see, you got teams like the Bears or a team like the Rams who should be going for that number one so they can get Caleb Williams or the Drake May. That's his name, Drake May, not Kenneth May, Drake May. All right, let's keep it going. Cardinals Vikings did their thing. I mean, whoa, that's preseason. Went too far. It was Cardinals, Commanders. There it is. Cardinals Commanders. Boom, Commanders win that. I actually think the Commanders have a pretty decent roster. We're going to go over that in an NFC East video at a different time. Jaguars, Colts. That was a good game. I was in and out of that game, tuning in back and forth. I like Anthony Richardson. Not like he's going to be good, like really good, but I like Anthony Richardson. His game is fun to watch, and he doesn't do none of that. I'm going to call it CJ Stroud shit because he looked like he was gun shy. He was gun shy. He wasn't trying to do too much because he's a rookie and he's giving respect to the pros, to the NFL, you know, to the big league. But Anthony Richardson was like, "Hey man, we're gonna get it done, man. I'm gonna play like they paid me to come out here and play." And he was playing, doing what he could do, man. So I like that. The Jaguars, of course, they should have won, man. Calvin really had a crazy day. Crazy day. 49ers, Steelers. I hate the Niners. I like the Steelers. I hate Kenny Pickett, man. Kenny Pickett is ultra garbage. I don't know why people are not talking about Kenny Pickett. Kenny Pickett is one of the worst quarterbacks in the NFL. And he was picked in the first round 2 years ago. Let me see who else is worse than him. Let me see. Jared Goff, no. Patrick Mahomes, no. Deshaun Watson, no. Joe Burrow, no. Baker Mayfield, that's a conversation, but I don't think Baker is as bad as Kenny Pickett. Kirk Cousins, no. CJ Stroud, he's a rookie, and they're probably the same exact guy. He's a brand spanking new rookie. And they're probably the same exact guy right now. In 4 weeks, CJ Stroud will be better than Kenny Pickett. That's crazy. Okay. Ravens, Lamar Jackson, no. He's a running back, and he's not even better than Kenny Pickett. I'm just playing. I fuck with Lamar Jackson, man. I just got to talk my shit, man. You know, we hating over here, man. The biggest. You feel me? Anyway, shit. Kenny Pickett might be better than Desmond Ridder. He ain't better than Bryce Young. Bryce Young just brand spanking new rookie. Like I said, man, none of these, Anthony Richardson, Bryce Young, CJ Stroud, can't even compare them to Kenny Pickett because they're brand spanking new. First game. That's crazy. What else? Let's see, man. Like I said, Lamar, no. Bryce, no. Desmond Ridder, that's probably a realer conversation than even Baker Mayfield. Desmond Ridder and Kenny Pickett is the same guy. Cardinals, Josh Dobbs is probably a little bit better than Kenny Pickett the way that score looks. We can look at the stat sheet too, man. Actually, that's what we're going to do, man. We're going to stop just hating, man. We're going to be for real. 132 off his 30 passes. Look at that. 21 of 30, 132. He's bad. He ain't that bad. I'm finna show y'all what Kenny Pickett had. Don't worry about nothing. Don't worry about nothing. I'm about to show y'all exactly what the brother had. That's not bad. 2 intos, but he was completing. Damn. I think it's just no run game is fucking him up. Damn, let me see this, man. That's why you always gotta be an unbiased party and look at the numbers. See, yeah, look at that fucking run game, bro. They ran the ball 10 times in the whole game. Now, I don't know what the flow of the game was. If they got back 14, 18, 17 points in the first quarter, and they got 0, then you got to throw that ball. And that could be where these yards are coming from. These might be garbage time yards. But we're not going to do that right now, man. We might have to make this video just a around the NFL video. That's crazy. So now, man, like I said, 49ers, I hate Brock Purdy. I hate the Niners. They're a really good team. Brock Purdy looks like just like unfazed. I don't know, man. He's delivering that thing, and he's accurate. He's looking like, I'm not gonna call him Tom Brady. That's blasphemy. That's one of the best ever. But what he does look like is an Alex Smith. Brock Purdy looks like Alex Smith. Somebody who just gonna throw the dime, do what they can, game manage, and and you can do that when you have a defense like the Niners. You can do that. You can have a game manager. You can't have a game. I mean, the Steelers, damn. See, I want to put this all, I always want to bring it back to Kenny Pickett, but I'm not. Because like you can have him as your quarterback if you have a Steelers defense. But once again, man, Brock Purdy got to put up 30, If he would have put up 13 or 10, that Niners defense ain't going to do it. They lost to the Bears last year like in a 9-6 game or a 12-9 game. So, nobody can do that, man. Nobody can do that. Not even my Cowboys. Not even Dak Prescott can only put up 10 points, But the only thing is they not going to talk about it if one of these other guys do it. If it's the Cowboys, they own you. Anyway, let's see. Titans, Saints. Man, real quick, before we move off this Niners game, they got that Joey Bosa deal. I think they got Nick. Yeah, they got Nick Bosa. That's Nick Bosa. Yeah, they definitely got Nick Bosa. Yeah, they got Nicky. So, I always get confused by the little brothers. But, yeah, man, they just got Nick Bosa back, and they got that contract. They got that contract together. So, we know what Micah's number looks like now. It's a sad, sad day, but we know what it looked like now. Micah probably wanted like a good 27, 28. He even get 35 now. No doubt about it. 35. That's what it is. Or more. He could be asking for 39, 36.75, 37, 30. You feel me? He could be getting whatever. All right, now on to the Titans Saints, which was the worst game to watch yesterday. The worst game to watch. Saints do not play a good brand of football. It's not entertaining. The Titans are probably one of the worst teams to watch until maybe halfway in the year when they start playing around with their quarterback situation. But I'm not feeling Ryan Tannehill. That's why I had to show y'all, man. 3 intos. Oh my goodness. The Saints do got a good defense, but what? That's crazy, man. I ain't feeling that, dog. But we ain't gonna spend too much time here, bro, because that is a sad little game. That was a sad little game. I don't even want to talk about it. It's gonna make me sad again. Just watching it yesterday had me a little like, All right, so anyway. Raiders, Broncos. That was a decent game. Raiders ain't talking about shit. Broncos ain't talking about shit. And we don't even want to talk about that, bro. We had a lot of poop games around yesterday. We had a lot of poop games yesterday. The Eagles Patriots, that was a pretty good game. Eagles look like they're a shell of themselves. Not shell, but a lesser version. They Kroger brand, the Walmart brand Eagles this year. They not the NFL brand Eagles. It's definitely not Trader Joe's. It's not Whole Foods. It's not the good stuff. That's not Costco. You feel me? Not Sam's. That's Walmart brand. What else we want to say, man? Patriots, they surprised me. I didn't think they was gonna hang in there like that. They alright with Mac. I don't like Mac Jones, but he better than Desmond Ridder and Kenny Pickett. I think. Let's see. We still got to do this with these teams. Ryan Tannehill, he probably the same guy as them, but he's a little better. A little better, just because he has got it done before. Kenny Pickett has never got it done. Saints, Derek Carr is better than both of those guys. Desmond Ridder and Kenny Pickett. Jimmy Garoppolo is better than those guys. Russell Wilson's better than those guys. Matt Stafford better than those guys. Geno Smith better than those guys. But Geno Smith might be Geno Smith again this year. That's tough. I'm glad they're in the NFC though. Jalen Hurts better than those guys. Mac Jones better than those guys, even though Mac Jones is kind of wild buns. Oh man, Bryce Love, or wasn't it Jordan Love? That's the guy for the Packers, Jordan Love, not Bryce Love. I don't know why I try to call that nigga Bryce, because he looked like Bryce Young. They look like brothers. Jordan Love went crazy. Justin Fields and Jordan Love better than both of those guys. Let's see who else, man. Herbert and Tua definitely better than those guys. Dak, Daniel Jones. I don't know if Daniel Jones is better than those guys. He can be, but he ain't even got the weapons that those guys have. If Daniel Jones had like Kyle Pitts and Drake London and Bijan Robinson, I mean, let's not do that. I ain't gonna be impartial to the Falcons because I'm here. Daniel Jones do got Saquon. Daniel Jones does have Darren Waller. But that's it. He got like a ragtag crew of guys. He got like Jalen Hyatt, Wan'Dale Robinson, Sterling Shepard, David Seals. Who is those guys? But I still say he's better than Desmond Ridder and Kenny Pickett. Because if he was on the Steelers, he'd be a little better. If he was on the Falcons, they'd be a little better. Bills, Jets, Aaron Rodgers, and Josh Allen better than those guys. So those are literally the two worst quarterbacks in the league. And then you got Baker Mayfield and Tannehill in the same territory. Then right above that, you probably got the rookies. The guy from the Commanders. Deshaun, Goff. You know, those guys. Damn, that's tragic, man. Then you got like Daniel Jones right up in there. But let's get back to the NFL rundown, man. Boom, where we was at? We was on Eagles, Pats. Okay, boom. So Rams, Seahawks, like I said, man, Geno might be turning back into the old Geno. The Rams surprised the hell out of me. Let's see. Okay, modest stat lines for everybody. It's just the Rams actually got some rushing touchdowns. That's pretty decent. All right, like I said, man, Packers, Bears. Jordan Love came out, balled out. The Bears, not a really good defense. They're supposed to be. They look good, but they're not. I think the best part about the Bears is their skill positions. Everything else is doo-doo. Dolphins and Chargers, man, that was a good game. That was probably, besides the Giants and Cowboys, that was the game of the day. Or Colts Jags was a really good game. But yeah, man, Dolphins Chargers was an A1 game. That was really good. Wow, look at that. They got 45 seconds of highlights for this game. They got 35 seconds of highlights for this game. That means those were absolute shit shows. Oh my gosh. They ain't do nobody else game like that. Oh, except for Falcons Panthers. Wash. Like I said, that defense was pooping on Bryce. Dookie on Bryce ass. Anyway, Dolphins Chargers, man. I don't know, man. I don't know really how to judge it, man. What to call it, man. Honestly, let's just talk about it. Tua Tyreek went crazy. Tua, 466 yards, 3 tutties. Tyreek, 11 catches for 215. He said he wanted to get over 2,000 yards this year. He get 200 a game, he can go over 3. That's crazy. Imagine a 2,000 or 3,000 yard receiver. Oh my goodness. Chargers did run for over 200 yards. That's pretty good. I didn't expect that because it's a Herbert and Kellen Moore type of team. Kellen Moore don't really run good run plays and he doesn't really get creative. That's why his runs don't work. But we don't know who those guys got over there, man, and their O-line coach, because they usually control the run packages and how they run block. So Kellen could have, let's just say they have a sweep play. The O-line coach for each different team, it might not be different. They might have a certain way they like to run it. It might just be depending on what the defensive front for the upcoming week is going to be, who we scouting, what we installing for what type of look we going to get. But the O-line coach is usually the guy who sits down with the O coordinator and they figure out, like, okay, when we do a sweep, we're going to have this guy pull and this guy pull and this guy's going to fill and replace. Or it's going to be, hey, man, we're not pulling nobody. We're just going to pull, pop on the end. We're going to crack down with a wide receiver. Like, that's the O-line coach's job, is to figure out how we block these run plays. And they, coordinate, and then that's how you get creative. Like I was saying, Kellen Moore doesn't really get creative, but their offensive line coach might be creative enough to get the run game to pop, to be open, to actually eat and succeed. So after that, man, Cowboys, Giants. And we're going to have a whole video doing that. We got a whole video for Cowboys, Giants, popping that shit. We cowboyed up over here, man. You know what type of time it is, baby. Cowboys, 40 burger. Let's move that thing so y'all know where we at. 40 burger with a donut for dessert. Yes, sir. Gave them boys a 40 burger, and we told them, hold that donut. Y'all can keep the donut for dessert. We need that. That's the way. That's the statement. That's how you open up the year. The defense balled out. Offense did okay. They did okay. But we're going to talk about that in the other video, man. I got lots of shit to run down on that, man. I called it a gigantic shutout. You feel me? Let's see, man. The only other game that I really want to talk about in a little bit more depth, now that we done did the rundown complete, we want to talk about the Niners versus the Steelers, because that is who sent a message. Other than the Cowboys, I think the Niners sent a message to the whole NFL. And basically, I think they're, if not the Cowboys, they're the favorites for the NFC. They gotta be. I mean, the Cowboys might be because we put up a 40 and a shutout win. First game of the year. Nobody gets shutouts in the first game of the year. Nobody. Because your defense isn't in tip-top form, like final form. So you're not going to keep somebody from getting across the 40 on their side of the field to kick a field goal. Simple as that. You're not going to do that in the first game of the year. Mid-season, you might be like, oh yeah, nigga, we running full well-oiled machine and we able to do stuff like that. But what? No, that's not how that happens first game of the year. So the fact that we did that and we put up a 40 burger, it might have been the highest scoring game and we shut a nigga out. Okay, Packers got to 38. Dolphins, Chargers got 36, 34, 31, 30s, 25s, 20s, 21s, 25s. Yeah, 24s, 21s. Yeah, man. We put up the most points and our opponent scored the least points. We're going to do a whole video on this, man. Y'all ain't really even got to pay attention to me on that. But like I said, man, the Niners did they thug thizzle because they came out and put it down. And honestly, after that game, I don't know what's the bigger takeaway. Is it this game told us a lot about Pittsburgh and how good they are? And the Steelers are an okay team. It's just the Niners are a really good team? Or is it the Steelers are really a bad team? Like, who did it tell us about? Did it tell us about the Steelers? That they're that bad? That the Niners can do that to them? Or did it say something about the Niners being that good and the Steelers couldn't do anything with them? We don't know. But we'll find out in a couple weeks, honestly. But, you know, Brock Purdy looked good. Like I said earlier, I hate Brock Purdy. I hate the Niners. But he looked good. I don't think he was good, but he looked good. Christian McCaffrey, Brandon Ayuk, snapped. They went crazy. Kenny Pickett, man. And I ain't gonna poop on it now because we know you guys had zero run game. But that's your fault, because if they was worried about you being able to drop something right behind their head down the field, you'll be able to run for a couple yards. But that's it, man. I think that's all we got, man, for the NFL. I think that's it other than that Cowboy shit, man. I definitely think this is it. Let's see. We got lots and lots of notes, man. We got a lot for the Cowboys. Lots of notes. Lots and lots of notes, man. Oh, yeah. Man, we got some college football. Yeah, man. Like we said, the best showing of the day, Cowboys versus the Giants. Quick runner-up, Niners versus the Steelers. Yeah, we talked about Burrow having a bad day. We talked about ATL's defense and the run game being very good. Tua Tyreek, crazy. That connection is going to be something to watch. As long as Tua can stay healthy, it's going to be either him or Waddle that week. And then once I start beaming Waddle, y'all going to try to adjust over there and shade that way and bracket, and then Tyreek's going to eat you up. If y'all want to play with the wide receivers, man, I'm going to just give it to one of these little scat backs. We got like 5 of them. Nameless scat backs. Just guys back there. No, they got the Jeff Wilson. They got Chase Edmonds. Uh they got another guy. I forget his name. I got him on my fantasy team. Damn. Another guy from the 49ers. Something. Oh well. Let's see, man. All rookie QBs lose. Man, the Rams went over Seattle. Crazy. They just a couple bullet points, man. And then I want to just ask you guys this question so you guys don't poo-poo on the Giants because they're a good team. They're all right team. They're decent. Who has a better roster? The Washington football guys or the New York football Giants? That's tough, right? Both these guys have good rosters. Catch me in my NFC East video, man, if you guys want to hear more about that. Catch me in that video if you don't know the answer to the question I just asked you. Other than that, Chocolate Jesus, we out. Appreciate y'all, man. Y'all do y'all thing. We'll be back.